Hello and welcome. You're watching Sports Buzz, where we bring you the latest from the world of sports. First, the headlines. BCCI reveals the T20 Cricket World Cup jersey. BCCI says the jersey design has been inspired by billions cheers of the fans. Kolkata Knight Riders to face Delhi Capitals in the second qualifier at Sharjah today. Team Chennai Super Kings have already booked their place in IPL qualifier rounds. India storms into the quarterfinal round at the Thomas Cup 2021. The Indian men's badminton team defeats Tahiti by 5-0 in a Group C match. Cristiano Ronaldo scores a hat-trick, helps Portugal stroll to a 5-0 win over Luxembourg in the World Cup qualifying Group A. Victory ensures Portugal's place now a point behind group leader Serbia. And Denmark becomes the second European nation to reach the 2022 World Cup after a 1-0 home win over Austria. Denmark and Germany joined Qatar, who joined an automatic spot in the finals as the host nation. First up, T20. Inspired by the billion cheers of the sports fans, BCCI reveals the new jersey design for Team India's T20 Cricket World Cup. Indian cricket team will be playing the T20 Cricket World Cup in UAE, and the first match will be against Team Pakistan. In IPL, Kolkata Knight Riders will today face Delhi Capitals in the second qualifier at Sharjah. Delhi Capitals was the toppers in the league stage, lost to Chennai Super Kings in the qualifier 1. Kolkata Knight Riders have been on a fairy tale ride since the UAE leg of the tournament began. Now their top order batters have scored consistently at a brisk pace, and their spinners have in fact stifled oppositions on sluggish tracks. Even though Owen Morgan hasn't struck form with the bat, he has led Knight Riders to a 6 win in the last 8 matches. Now they are in the qualifier 2, one step away from the final. Meanwhile, Delhi Capitals have been the most consistent IPL side in the recent years. They are not only the ones to qualify for the playoffs in each of the last 3 seasons. The key to their success has been identifying their best 11 early and changing it only when forced to do so. This season, the Capitals topped the league stage despite missing Marcus Stoinis for 5 games. But after their defeat to Chennai Super Kings in qualifier 1, cracks seems to have emerged in their lineup. The winners qualifier 2 will play the final against Chennai Super Kings on Friday in Dubai. CSK has already qualified for their 9th IPL final. We have with us our sports correspondent Narayan Singh with us to give us more updates on IPL. Hello and welcome, Narayan. The DC lost their last qualifier against CSK. Now they will be up against KKR. What can we expect from today's match?
Definitely a cracker of a match is going to happen in this qualifier 2, and both the teams wants to win the match because this is a perform or perish kind of a match. You have to win the match if you want to play the final against the Chennai Super Kings. And right now, if you talk about this match, both the teams are informed teams of this tournament, and if we talk about the KKR, they have played exceptional cricket in this the second half. That's the second leg of the IPL season 14 in UAE, and so far they have won 6 of their 8 matches played. And if you talk about the Delhi Capitals, definitely they have also done well. They was at the top of the table, and they lost that qualifier 1 against MS Dhoni. CSK now they are playing the qualifier 2. So all in all, both the teams are balanced, and the team which will play according to the potential, according to the condition in the Sharjah, definitely they will win the match. But right now, if we talk about the how the strategies will go, we can say that the team which will play good, which will score more runs in the power play, that is from 1 to 6 over, definitely that team will have upper hand. If you talk about the Sharjah pitch right now, this pitch, definitely the team who have scored more runs at the Sharjah pitch in the power play, they won 8 times. That team won out of the 9. So it will be a crucial factor to dominate this match. And apart from this, the strategies that will comes into the play here. If we talk about that, it's a battle of the pace battle of the Delhi Capitals and the Kolkata Knight Riders. If you talk about Kolkata, they have the express pace of Lockie Ferguson and Shivam Mai. If we talk about the Delhi Capitals, Kaigeso Rabada is there, Nokia is there, and Shiva also the Indian pacer is there in the squad. So we can say that a pace heavy battle is there, but the Sharjah pitch, which is also helping the spinners, will matter a lot, because if you talk about the Delhi Capitals, Ashwin is there, but he hasn't performed the way he has to be, so he needs to pull up his socks in this match especially. And if we talk about the Kolkata Knight Riders, they have the class of Sunil Narine, the mystery spinner, and if you talk about Shakibul Hassan is there, and apart from that we have also the mystery spinner, Indian mystery spinner is there. So how the Delhi is going to tackle the spinners of the Kolkata Knight Riders, that will be the crucial matter. We have seen in the match, in the previous matches, in the initial overs only, the Kolkata Knight Riders is putting their spinners, and definitely it's a big headache for their oppositions. And so if we talk about this UAE leg, and they are one of the most successful teams in the UAE leg of the IPL season 14. So it will be also a battle of the spinners. How the teams, how the captain use their spin assets, it will be remains to be seen in this match.
Right, it's going to be a do or die situation for both the teams. Now, what do you think of their performance and the probable strategies?
Definitely, the strategy will be the key in this match, because if you talk about Delhi Capitals top order, the way Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan has given a start to the Delhi Capitals this season is exceptional. They were one of the top run getter partnership they have, opening partnership in this edition of the IPL. A crucial role will be there if their openers give a good platform to the lower order. It will help them, because if you talk about the Capitals lower order, it is quite jittery this time, and the way they have the names like Shamron Hatma is there, and apart from that Shresh Iyer is there. They have played, but their performance is in patches. So yeah, apart from, instead of that, the middle order has to play a good role here if they want to win this match. And if you talk about the Rishabh Pant, is also tactically it will be going to be a big match. The way in the last match we saw in Delhi lost to Chennai Super Kings in the qualifier, there was some tactical problem with the captaincy of the Rishabh Pant. The last over he gave to Tom Curran. He was much experienced, instead of he could have gone for the Rabada with the express pace, because if we talk about Rabada has a lot of experience, his one over was remaining there. So tactically it is going to be a big match. The captain who will be more tactically accurate, it will have an upper hand in this match. If you talk about the Kolkata Knight Riders, their captain Al Morgan has not played good with the bat, but if you talk about the impact that he brought in this Kolkata outfit with his captaincy, that is commendable. The way if we take a look at this Kolkata side, it brings philosophy of the Brendan McCullum type of cricket, the fearless cricket their coach used to brought to the New Zealand side. And apart from this, if you talk about the captain Al Morgan, the fearless cricket that England is playing right now, that philosophy also we can easily see in this Kolkata Knight Riders team. So if we talk about, it will be a tactical battle. The captain who uses his assets in a better way, definitely he will come victorious in this match.
Right, Narayan, one final question. Who do you think are the likely finalists as per the current trend?
Well, definitely, if we, it's not easy to tell who is going to we have. But if you talk about the stats in this IPL, both the teams are the informed teams, and both the teams are played a very great cricket through the in the first half. Especially the Kolkata Knight Riders in the second half, they are looking a different team. In the first half, they were lagging in the lower middle of the table, and now they were in the playoffs and playing the qualifier 2 of this edition of the IPL. Meanwhile, Delhi also, they topped the table and they lost the qualifier 1 against Chennai Super Kings. But if you talk about right now, it's the battle of the way which captain uses his players in a better way. And right now, if you talk about the form in this edition, in the league phase of the UAE edition, Kolkata Knight Riders defeated Delhi Capitals. But league phase is a different ball game. When you play the playoffs, there is a different mindset is there, conditions are different, approach is different. So how this Kolkata Knight Riders is going to approach this game, it will be crucial because they have the three great spinners. Sunil Narine is there, and Shakib Al Hasan is there, and Varun Chakravarti is there. They have played exceptionally well in the last match against RCB in the eliminator. Just the way Sunil Narine has played, he removed Virat Kohli. He removed their one of the best batsmen of this era, A.V. de Villiers. He removed their informed batsman, the Australian batsman, and this is the key factor how they are going to use this bowler. If Sunil Narine is in form, definitely it's going to be a big headache for the Delhi Capitals. And right now things are, if you go by the stats, we go by the current form. Kolkata Knight Riders has a little bit upper hand in this contest.
Well, thank you, Narayan, for those updates from IPL. Kolkata Knight Riders, we hear you, are the probable finalists. So thank you once again. Well, MS Dhoni once again shows why he's on top of the list when it comes to being a fan favourite in the world of cricket. Dhoni is not just followed by lakhs of fans in the country, but outside India as well. Now, in a latest development, MS Dhoni has refused to take any fee from the BCCI for mentoring Team India at the upcoming T20 Cricket World Cup. BCCI Honorary Secretary J. Shah has also thanked Dhoni for extending his services to Team India for free. The T20 Cricket World Cup will hold its group stage matches from the 17th of October, while India will be playing its first match against Team Pakistan on the 24th of October in UAE in the Super 12 category. BCCI has started its hunt for Team India's head coach as Ravi Shastri, Bharat Arun and R. Sridhar's contracts will come to an end after T20 Cricket World Cup. A lot of names have been doing the rounds, including that of Tom Moody, Anil Kumble and VVS Lakshman. Virat Kohli has also announced his retirement from the captaincy of T20 cricket format, and he will be stepping down soon after the T20 Cricket World Cup. Now, while there will be so many changes soon after the T20 Cricket World Cup, India team playing this time will be even more emotional for cricket fans, as this will mark the end of many journeys. Moving on to Paralympics now. The Paralympic Committee of India felicitated the medal winners of the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics in a function held in Delhi on Tuesday. This was India's best ever performance in the Paralympic Games with a total of 19 medals, including 5 gold, 8 silver and 6 bronze. India had won 5 medals in shooting, while 4 each in high jump and badminton. Avni Lekhara became the first Indian woman player to win a gold medal in Paralympics. Avni also became the first Indian woman to win 2 medals at the Paralympic Games. Bhavina Patel became the first Indian table tennis player to win a Paralympic medal, while Harvinder Singh won India's first medal in archery at the Paralympic Games. The coaches of the medal winners were also felicitated at this event. India storms into the quarter-final round at the ongoing Thomas Cup 2021. The Indian men's badminton team defeated Tahiti 5-0 in a Group C match, and it was a second straight 5-0 win for India after its victory over the Netherlands. B. Sai Praneeth began the proceedings with a 21-5, 21-6 win over Luis Bourbois in just 23 minutes in the opening singles. Sameer Verma made it 2-0 with an easy 21-12, 21-12 victory over Remy Rossi. In 41 minutes, Kiran George sealed the tie for India with a 21-4, 21-2, thrashing off Elias Mobla in the third men's singles that got over in only 15 minutes. Now in the final doubles match of the day, Satvik Sairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty beat Mobla and Heva Yonet 21-5, 21-3. In Indian Wells master Andy Murray was knocked out in the third round on Tuesday night in a 6-4, 7-6, 7-4 defeat by Alexander Zverev. After the match, Murray said that although he was disappointed by the defeat by world number 4 Zverev, but he said that he will take positives from the match, and followed by this development, Andy Murray has also said that he will not participate in the upcoming Davis Cup. India face host Maldives in their last round Robin League match of the SAFF Championship in Malé, Maldives later today, knowing well that nothing less than a win will save them from elimination. A draw or a loss will send India out of the reckoning for the final of the regional tournament for the first time since 2003. That was the only occasion where India haven't reached the final of the competition and have since made it to 7 successive title clashes. Thus, a failure to do so with a full-strength team would raise questions about head coach Igor Stimacz's continuation at the helm of affairs, especially considering the coach has overseen just 4 wins in 20 matches in his role. India started the tournament with a 1-1 draw against Bangladesh, followed it up with a 0-0 draw against Sri Lanka, before a late Sunil Chhetri goal helped India beat Nepal 1-0 to stay alive in the tournament. All the 4 top sides in the 5-team tournament remain in contention for the October 16 final. With 5 points from 2 draws and 1 win, India are currently in 3rd place below Maldives and Nepal. India lead the head-to-head record 14-4 against the Maldives, and there were 2 draws too. In their last meeting, India lost 1-2 in the SAF 2018 semi-final. A Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick helped Portugal stroll to a 5-0 win over Luxembourg in World Cup qualifying Group A on Tuesday. The victory ensures Portugal remain a point behind group leader Serbia and boast a game in hand as well as superior goal difference with 2 rounds of matches remaining. The treble, which meant Ronaldo became the first man to net 10 international hat-tricks, takes his tally to 115 international goals from 182 caps as he continues to extend his lead as the top men's international goal scorer of all time. Portugal had the game all but won within the opening 18 minutes as they raced to a 3-goal lead. Ronaldo struck twice from the penalty spot in the 8th and the 13th minutes. The first was awarded for a foul on Bernardo Silva by Sebastian Thiel, though replays appeared to show the contact came outside the box. For the second penalty, Ronaldo was fouled by goalkeeper Anthony Morris, and after converting, he was forced to take it a second time as Andre Silva was judged to be encroaching in the area. England took another somewhat faltering step towards 2022 World Cup qualification when they drew 1-1 with Hungary at Wembley on Tuesday, as they are now 3 points clear at the top of the Group I with 2 matches remaining. The game was marred by fighting in the stands between Hungary fans and baton-wielding police just after kick-off, with riot police entering the fray as visiting supporters forced stepwards and police backed down a tunnel. On the pitch, the visitors went ahead with a Roland Salai penalty after 24 minutes after England fullback Luke Shaw caught a stooping Lochi Nego in the head as he attempted a clearance. England equalized in the 37th minute when a Phil Foden free kick was flicked on by Tyrone Mings and the ball was turned in by John Stones from close range. England were packed with attacking talent but failed to impose themselves on a team they beat 4-0 in Budapest last month and created few further chances against the battling visitors. The result leaves England top of the group on 20 points ahead of Poland, who beat Albania 1-0 away in another match hit by crowd trouble. Moving on, Denmark became the second European nation to reach the 2022 World Cup after a 1-0 home win over Austria that left them top of the qualifying Group F with an unassailable 7-point lead over second place Scotland. After Germany advanced to the 32-nation tournament in Qatar on Monday, the Danes secured their own berth with 2 games to spare as a 53rd minute goal from Joachim Malé helped them to an 8th successive qualifying victory. Denmark and Germany joined Qatar, who gained an automatic spot in the finals as the host nation. Only the group winners from European qualifying advance directly, while the runners-up enter the playoffs. Denmark have scored 27 goals and conceded none so far in the World Cup qualifying, with their run to the finals underpinned by some impressive free-flowing football. For all their flair and attacking potential, the Danes did look jittery for long spells against a well-organised Austria side who packed their midfield to cut off the supply routes. Brazil trained ahead of their World Cup qualifier against Uruguay, set to be played at the Arena Amazonia Soccer Stadium in Manaus. Brazil will have a home advantage and support from fans for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic started at the match on Thursday last week. Brazil fought back from a goal down to score 3 times in the second half and record a 3-1 win over Venezuela that maintained their 100% record in qualifying matches for the 2022 World Cup. Brazil, which is 5 times world champions, sit at the top of the South American qualifying group with 28 points, followed by Argentina with 22 points from 10 games. The top 4 teams qualify automatically for Qatar, and the 5th place side goes into an inter-regional playoff.
It's a game unlike any other because of the rivalry due to everything that involves a Brazil versus Uruguay match. They come from a draw against Colombia and a very strong defeat against Argentina. We know the difficulties of this game because they come from a negative result. We know that a game against Uruguay is not an easy game. I went through some moments here at the Brazilian National Stadium that were very similar in criticism, especially after the 2014 World Cup. I was called a winner. I was hurt psychologically by things I know I'm not.
Muito fraco.
Barcelona will be able to play in front of capacity crowds from Friday, the regional government confirmed, as it lifted restrictions that have limited fan numbers at the Camp Nou stadium due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Catalonia's regional president, Pere Aragonés, said that outdoor sporting venues will be able to be at 100% capacity. Now, Barcelona have not been able to play in front of a capacity crowd since football was first shut down in March 2020 due to the pandemic. A crowd of up to 99,354 will be able to watch Ronald Koeman's Barca side host Valencia on Sunday, with the Clásico against rivals Real Madrid taking place at the Camp Nou on October 24th. Spain's central government lifted restrictions on outdoor sporting venues on October 1st. However, Catalonia chose not to lift the allowed capacity above 60% before Tuesday's announcement. The move also means that Barca's city rivals and fellow La Liga outfit Espanyol, who beat Real Madrid 2-1 last time out, will also be able to sell out their 40,000 RCDE stadium. Now, moving on to the NFL, the National Football League on Tuesday confirmed that 3 cities are in discussions to host regular season games in Germany. The NFL, which has already staged 29 games in London since 2007, ahead of its 30th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, is searching for the most suitable German partner city for a potential expansion of the international series. After multiple cities express interest, Dusseldorf, Frankfurt and Munich have been invited to proceed to the next stage of the process. The scouting combine saw up to 50 international athletes participate in a series of tests in the front of NFL evaluators for a potential position in the NFL's International Player Pathway program. Instituted in 2017, the program aims to provide elite international athletes the opportunity to compete for a spot on an NFL roster. Speaking during an international scouting combine hosted at Tottenham Stadium on Tuesday, NFL head of Europe and UK Brett Gosper explained.
Germany is actually our biggest European market in terms of numbers of fans, and also they're the biggest players of Madden NFL, the biggest shoppers on an NFL shop, Game Pass, etc. So it's the biggest market for us in Europe, and it's time they had a game. So we're running a process. There were 8 cities that showed expressions of interest in the first round. We've narrowed that to give invitations to 3 cities to continue in the process. We hope that we'll have a decision to announce by Super Bowl in February, and then it's just a question of these deeper discussions of who ends up on top and when that game will be played. Will it be as early as 2022 or no later than 2023? So all of that's to be determined.
Well, that's all in today's edition of Sports Buzz. Until we meet again, do keep safe and do follow COVID appropriate protocol. Thanks for watching.